that can solve some of the problems on getting, if you go to the wrong address, which I did earlier, and I was only like a few yards out of the way, but because they were only a mile from the pickup, you know, of the restaurant, the pickup center of the restaurant, or the takeout of the restaurant. Okay, you want to tap to the person or the delivery at the top of the app, and this is dealing with iOS or Apple apps. You tap on the bottom for the restaurant. So if you don't have the food yet, tap the bottom. Now all the other apps are different and stuff. This is for the runner. It's an Incredible Hulk baby and a cowboy on a horse. To 19 degrees. 19 degrees Fahrenheit. 19 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 7.222 Celsius. get anything trashy here, they take the lettuce off and smother it with melted cheese. That's what they call it, trashy. So the runner is crunching numbers and do like a refund and side order and get everything down to a certain number. It's kind of like being on Wall Street. Yeah, that's it. That's the number right there. And then they're like, okay, and then you have to send it through. It's real hard to explain because it'll reject certain things. Because they track the tables with an RIFD. It's like a Wi-Fi. So they Wi-Fi the table. So the table has its own Wi-Fi. Internet's real bad in hell. That's what Torchy's, because it's, it's got a little demon with a little pitchfork on it. That way they know where you're sitting exactly. They had the order ready and everything. We're talking about maybe like $3 difference on some kind of thing. It had to do with brush fired chicken and grilled chicken. So we're gonna see what we can do, and I'm getting away from the Torchy Taco hell and see if I can get these receipts in. So the reason I was able to get these right here, and you can kind of see the refunds and everything, it says refund on it, is the lady that was a manager there, she manages that Torchy's, she used to be a runner. So on the runner, which I call the R app, they like to crunch numbers. The Jason's Deli one I had way back, it was like a day or two, I had to crunch $2. So they went through the whole thing and they actually reworked the whole thing and realized they made a $2 mistake. So it can catch $2. She kind of realized the same thing. She goes, yeah, I know this company. So what she did, she worked this, did some numbers here, did some kind of discount there, blah, blah, blah. When trying to knock $2 off, but she ended up knocking $4 off. So she crunched some numbers to get me out of there. So I really appreciate that. She kind of looked like one of the Swedish actresses, I don't know if that makes any sense. A company called observation.com. You get $50 to review a restaurant. So he's got a sticker on the back of that car. So you just go to a restaurant and review it, and they give you $50. They probably have a little thing, either you do video or you write about it. I don't know which one you actually do, whether you write about it or you do video. We do restaurant reviews as well as movie reviews and things like that. But it looks cool. It's called observation.com. So you actually get to become, I'm gonna try it again. You actually get to become a restaurant reviewer. So you go into restaurants and review them and they pay you $50. Observation.com, I think is how it looked like, or observati.com or something. I couldn't really see the whole advertisement. It was on the back of this one vehicle. Looks really cool. And you probably do 2 restaurants a day and you make $100. So you go to the restaurant, you dine. I'm sure they comp the restaurant pay or the money for the restaurant, and then they give you money. Those reviews go out. And well, that's what it says. Really haven't got any yet, really, but we're gonna head to Whataburger, pick up that Whataburger and drop it off at your doorstep. That's correct.
But you don't have before
Chili cheese. That's what they're advertising right now, the chili cheese burger. Down to 18 Fahrenheit. My goodness. Okay. I'm not, you know, I'm for the Fabelmans getting nominated. It will. Paul Dano will probably get the Best Supporting. I'm pretty sure Brendan Fraser is going to get Best Acting. I'm pretty sure The Whale's going to win Best Picture. But, you know, I've seen clips from the Fabelmans, and it could be a bad trailer because I'm seeing some stuff that's kind of gushy. It is about family. Judd Hirsch, of course, he could be nominated too. The only thing is that Paul Dano's character is not the lead character. So Paul Dano would get probably a Best Supporting, and of course Judd Hirsch is probably going to get the same, which Judd Hirsch is in films like Running on Empty, things like that. And also Fabelmans is about anti-Semitism, which is a concept that runs through a lot of Spielberg's work, not all of it, but a lot of it. There's a real good chance it could be a tie. They're not going to ever have a tie. That's just stupid to do at a contest that doesn't really need a tie. I don't think they've ever had a tie. It'd be weird. The Academy's never really done it, I don't think. You can't do it in any type of campaign when it comes to political stuff like presidency. You can't have them both win. So they'll choose a winner. Like I said, I have not seen The Whale and I have not seen The Fabelmans, and I was planning to see either one at the movie theaters. And Fabelmans came out first, and there was a lot of information about it. Interviews and things like that. Now from critic reviews, that I watch all my reviews off of YouTube, what I got from the Fabelmans was that there was some narrative problems, some structure problems in the story, autobiography, but then there were some powerful moments. So when you hear something like that in a review, then you're thinking, I wonder why that's there. Another thing about The Well is it's based on a play. So the playwright, which is literature, so a play is like a book. It's considered literature. You can win a Pulitzer Prize for a play, things like that. And I saw clips of the play from The Well, and it looks like an amazing play because of the creative aspect of just the set design and the scene design and how Charlie is exhibited on stage as a play. Now, as a movie, they went for the reality, and they only had about 12 weeks to make Brendan Fraser look morbidly obese, and also in a shower scene and things like that. I haven't seen any of this, but there could be some revolutionary makeup that's being used. And a lot of times a revolutionary film will win, just like the film Silence of the Lambs that broke all the records when it came to Academy Award night. Silence of the Lambs won more in one time. And that was Jonathan Demme, who is a great director, did a lot of movie stuff with like the Talking Heads and things like that. And he did, I think he did Stop Making Sense. Jonathan Demme was kind of an artist, director, probably didn't think that he was going to overcome that many awards for his inventiveness and his creativity. They like that at the Academy Awards. but they also like humanity. Both films, I think, Fabelmans and The Well, I think they both have humanitarian aspects to the movie. But I think The Well probably is going to be closer to the heart because it's not choosing like a nation as representation. Because regardless of Charlie's nation, whatever it may be, you know, whether it's a gluttony issue or an issue of someone trying to kill themselves with food because of loss, you know, because of hurting. And on the other side, you're talking about a family that's been affected by anti-Semitism, or at least a person that's younger that's affected by anti-Semitism, and then finding the courage to become a filmmaker, which is what Fabelmans is about. The Academy is going to like both, especially Fabelmans, because it's dealing with cinema, and so is the whole contest. It depends. I'd have to watch it. I would know. So if I watch Fabelmans and then watch The Well back to back, which would probably be a good buyer over the holidays, if you bought both films or something, it'd be for me, buying something like that would be a heck of a luxury, because I've been struggling budget wise for quite a bit of time throughout the last 3 years, like watching every penny. So probably I'm not going to be able to watch them back to back. Hopefully they will appear. I think they will appear in Redbox, because top movies do, big movies. Now another movie that may be a contender is Maestro, which Bradley Cooper is creating. Don't know when it's being released. Haven't seen any information yet on the release date on that, whether it'll be a contender or whether Bradley will wait till next year to contend with that. Don't know. I don't know. It would be a heck of an upset if Bradley does release it and then got a nod and then won or something. That would have to be a heck of a film. Now remember, movies are about inventiveness. It's about inventing things and bringing a story about in a new way, especially Oscar winners. What Silence of the Lambs did, you know, Silence of the Lambs, the ultimate winner of it all, brought in a horror film, you know, which is criticized among all the artists, you know, especially the auteur artists and filmmakers. They see horror films as silly, but yet Silence of the Lambs took it very seriously, and Anthony Hopkins probably revealed one of the greatest performances of all time. And then Jodie Foster the same, representing the female character, the female FBI agent in Silence of the Lambs. So the inventiveness of something that wasn't sci-fi and wasn't, you know, crazy makeup like The Well, but yet the acting and the story was so exact